Hello students, good morning. I am Prem Gupta, your English teacher. Dear students, in the previous classes we were discussing the chapter number 15 of English grammar, that is tenses. Dear students, in tenses I have completed the present tense and the subkinds of present tense: present indefinite tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense and present perfect continuous tense. Dear students, those who did not attend the previous class can watch the previous video at my YouTube channel. Dear students, today we will discuss the past tense. In the past tense, we will discuss past indefinite tense, or you can say simple past tense. Dear students, what is simple past tense? You can see here. Simple past tense is used to indicate or used to express an action that took place in the past times. It denotes the action that has taken place in the past times. And you see, it also expresses the habitual condition or habitual action in the past. It means it denotes the action that has happened in the past times. Okay students, so you just open your notebook and start writing what does mean by past indefinite tense or past simple tense. So just see and write down in your notebook. Past indefinite tense is used to express an action which take place in the past time. Second, you will write to express the habitual condition or habitual action in the past time. Okay students, so just write down the meaning of past indefinite tense. Just see, past indefinite tense is used to express an action which took place in the past time and to express the habitual condition or habitual action in the past times. Okay students, I hope that you all have understood what does mean by past indefinite tense. Dear students, one more thing that you should keep in your mind but you don't write. In this tense, we use the helping verb did. Okay, there is only one helping verb that we use, that is did. We use the helping verb did with all kinds of subject, either it is singular or plural. And dear students, now we will discuss the formation of past indefinite tense. Okay, how do we formate the sentences in past indefinite tense? So just see, first of all you will write it in your notebook, or you may also take the screenshot for writing later in your notebook. Okay students, so I am going to erase it. Now we will discuss the formation of past indefinite tense. Okay students, so I am going to erase it. I hope that you all have written. So just put the heading formation of past indefinite tense or formation of simple past tense. Formation of simple past tense. So just see, put the heading formation of past indefinite tense. Past indefinite tense. Dear students, you all have read in the previous classes, you have all have seen that we form the sentences in three structure, that is affirmative sentences, negative sentences and interrogative sentences. And interrogative sentences are classified into two subkinds, that is S no type and WS type. S no type is also known as single interrogative and WS type is known as double interrogative. Okay, so just put the heading formation of past indefinite tense. So first of all we will discuss the formation of affirmative sentence. So put the heading affirmative sentences. And affirmative sentences. Just see students, in affirmative sentences, what would be the structure of that? There will be subject, and then after there will be the second form of the verb. Second form of the verb means past form of the verb. Suppose that go is your main form. Okay, that is V1 form. Went is your second form, that is also known as second form of the verb, and gone is your third form of the verb, or you can say that is past participle form of the verb. Okay students, so keep in your mind that in present, in past indefinite tense we always use the second form of the verb. Okay, so first of all we will mention your subject, then after verb second form, then after if object is there, then you have to use the object. If there is no object, then you have to use, if your verb is transitive, then you have to use the object. Your verb is intransitive, then there is no need to be object. There is no need of an object. Okay, so we will write here, then after full stop will be there. Okay, so student, there is this is your structure. Subject will be there, then after second form of verb will be there. If there is necessity of object, you will mention the object. If there is no necessity of object, then you will not mention an object there. Then after full stop. Now we can see the example. You can see the example. Just write down the example. First example we can see. Just see. Mohan went is the second form of the verb. Yes, that we have to learn. Form of the verb we have to learn. Just see, Mohan went to market. Just see, Mohan went to market. So you can see here, that is subject, that is second form of the verb, that is object. So just see, Mohan went to market. This is your one sentence. Just see. Students, the second form of the verb of read is read, but the spelling will be same. Just see. They read a book. They read book, you can mention. They read book. Okay? Or you can say the read, you can also mention the name of the book. They read English book. They read English book. Or you can say also English one. They read English. Okay students, so these two examples you will mention in your copy also. Just write down what does a structure, what would be the structure of affirmative. There will be subject, there will be second form of the verb. If there is object, you will mention object according to the verb. If your verb is transitive, you need an object. If your verb is intransitive, you do not need an object. Then after full stop, this is your example, you can mention here. Okay, so you will write it. I hope that you all have understood what does mean by affirmative sentence. Now we will discuss the negative structure. Okay students, formation of negative sentences. So I am going to erase it. I hope that you all have completed. So just put the heading next, negative sentences. Just see. Negative sentences. Negative sentence you write on it. Just see. Students, there will be subject. Then after you will use the helping verb did. With all kinds of subject you will use the helping verb did. Okay, either the subject is singular or plural, no matter. You will use only, there is only one helping verb, that is did. And then after you will use the first form of the verb, not second form of the verb. In affirmative structure you will add only second form of the verb. In negative and in interrogative we will not add the second form of the verb in the structure of any kind of sentence. So just see, subject will be there, helping verb did will be there, then after verb first form of the verb will be there, then after if there is object, then you will mention object. If there is no object, you will not mention object, and then after you will put the full stop. and this is your structure, and on the basis of this structure we have to construct the sentences. The students, first sentence we can write here, they, just see, they did not play. Play is the first form of the verb. You have to write also the first form of the verb, not second form of the verb. What will be the second? There will be second, play. But you have, that is negative sentence. Dear students, there is a mistake that you should notice and just write down once again. The structure is wrong. Just see, subject will be there, then helping verb did will be there, then not will be there, because that is negative sentence. Okay? Therefore, you have to also mention the negative word not. So just see, subject will be there, did will be there, not will be there, then after verb first form of will be there, and then after object, and then after full stop. Okay? So we can see here they did not play cricket. Okay, students? So just write down, they did not play cricket. One more example we can see, Mohan did not read English. Okay, so just write down these two examples of negative structure. You can see this is your structure, subject will be there, did, then after not, then after first form of the verb, then after object, then after full stop. And these two are the structure, or you can say these two are the sentences or example of negative sentences. They did not play cricket. Mohan did not read English. Okay, so just write down. Now we will discuss the third structure, that is interrogative. Just means I am going to erase it. I hope that you all have understood. Come to the next. Just see. Interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentences. Just see here, dear students, I have already told you that there are two types of interrogative, S-no type and WS type. So we will discuss first of all yes/no type. Its answer can be given in one word, and it always starts with the helping verb did in the past indefinite tense. Okay, so just see yes/no type structure. There will be helping verb only. There is only one helping verb did. Then after you will mention the subject. Then after you will mention the first form of the verb. Then after you will mention the object if it is necessity of it. Then after you will use the question mark. Just see an example you can see. You will also write this structure in a notebook. S-no type structure, did, subject, first form of the verb, object, question mark. Just see one more example. Just see, did, they. Just see, that is helping verb, that is your subject. Did they play cricket? This is your interrogative S-no type of sentence. One more example we can see. Did Mohan read English? That is also your S-no type of interrogative sentence of past indefinite tense. Okay, students, so just take the screenshot or you can also write in your notebook. Okay, students, so now I am going to discuss the next, that is WS type sentence. Okay, students, I am going to read it. Now, just see the second portion. The second subtypes, that is WH type. Next, WH type of interrogative sentences always start with the WH word. What is WH word? I have already told you. What, why, when, which, whose, etc. are the WH words that start with the WH. How is also included in that. Just see, WH word, then after did, then after subject will be there. Okay, then after verb will be there, and verb in the first form, and then after, if object is there, you will mention object, then after question mark. So just see, this is your structure of WH type, and we can see the example. Just see one example. We can see, what did he, what did he play? What did he play in the morning? Just see, that is also an example of WH type. What did he play in the morning? Okay, one more example you can mention. You can see that is WH word, that is helping verb, that is your subject, that is your first form of the verb, that is complete. Okay, one more example. Just see, where did they live in Delhi? Just see, where did they live in Delhi? So just see, that is your WH word, that is your helping verb, that is your subject, that is your verb, that is your object. Okay students, so just write down these two examples with the structure. So students, today we have read what does mean by past indefinite tense and formation of past indefinite tense. There are three types of formation we have seen: affirmative sentences, negative sentences, and interrogative sentences. And dear students, in the interrogative sentence we have seen the SNO type of interrogative and WH type interrogative. Dear students, if you are getting any kind of problem in this tense, in present, in past indefinite tense, you may ask on WhatsApp. That's all for today. Dear students, your homework is to complete the exercises based on this tense, past indefinite tense. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you.